remedy. Fresh out the pack, strap came with a lemon squeeze. I ain't pressed to have no hoes around me. But damn sure not broke hoes around me. I'm about a bag, little money doesn't wow me. Want the push at the resort.
Good, everybody, welcome to TalkSpicyHER. It's a lit one, Ritz, and I'm ready to talk my shit.
Yeah, what's good, y'all? It's Big Memphis.
With the new hair? The new hair? Who this? Let me get a little flip. Do one of these.
Oh.
Yeah. She got 30-inch hair. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Anyway, it's only gonna last 2 days. It's the summertime, so I'm gonna enjoy, what I can do with it for now.
This weather is a little back and forth. Like, it was cool. I think that was this morning. It was a little nip up there. So how are you doing? What's going on? What's new?
Nothing much. Just working. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully some big things coming up soon. Can't talk about it yet, but
when you get that tight lip, you like,
you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Wait, is there really something to talk about?
No, you know what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I just really wanted to have a little. I feel like we have girl chat all the time, but it's just gonna be kind of random and whatever comes up. If you got anything you want to get off your chest, you got anything, you're like
some banter.
How do you feel about this?
Okay.
So hold on. This part's super random, but I have an extreme, it makes my skin crawl when somebody that knows your schedule, they know you're at work, cool, they know you work Monday through Friday, right? Mm-hmm. When they ask me how was work, it pisses. What the fuck do you mean how was work? Work was fucking work. I have to be here to pay it. Livid. It grinds my gears.
I feel like that's just a little icebreaker, when they want to talk to you. You can't be mad at people for that.
I don't let them know that I'm mad, but on the inside, I'm fucking boiling. And so now I've just been responding. I'm like, work. It's fucking work. It's not fun. I mean, maybe some people have fun. Well, if the motherfuckers ask me how's work, it's not fun.
But what if, you really wanted to vent about work? Let me tell you what Letitia did.
See, if I had that type of job, I probably would. It'd be a little more entertaining, but I just be working. I don't get no office drama. I don't get no.
They don't know that though. I get it. They just be wanting to talk to you though. They really don't care. You can say the building burned down.
And I think that is what pisses me off the most. You don't give a fuck. What do you mean how was work? It was fucking work. Next question. What else do you want to know?
What's your favorite color? No.
Yeah, see?
Just banter.
You might have cracked it because that might be what it is. When I know somebody is asking me a shallow question, it just pisses. You don't give a fuck.
Right.
So
that's just how you doing? I mean, we do it all the time, literally.
I prefer that.
How are you? How was work? What if it's a two-parter? Are you just going to answer, how are you?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Good. Both of them was good. That's a bit dry. I don't talk to her no more.
Her personality is not what I thought it was going to be.
It's not the same girl that was twerking
3.7 seconds ago. Catfish.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah. I just had to get that off my chest. It was very heavy just in case one of y'all niggas watch this. I don't like that question, so stop it.
Don't ask her how was work. Please.
You go bottom of the roster. Immediately.
Y'all don't want to be there.
You know. It's a little cold.
You stupid.
Fuck.
But we got a bunch of random topics that we're just going to touch on.
Yeah. One of them being...
Live. Who said we're going to go live? You want me to go live?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of them being... Fuck. Oh, so I've seen a lot of statuses on Facebook lately, men saying how women don't listen. They don't... They want to be leaders, but women aren't listening anymore or whatever. I want it to be the good old days where women used to listen to their men. What do you think about that? I'll finish.
Thank you. So, because I'm gonna be extremely dry. So I feel like, okay, your question was men want to lead,
right,
and want you to be submissive,
right?
So I don't have a problem with that if you're worth leading me, and if I want to be submissive to you. I think you treat every man at face value as who they are when you meet them, and then they're going to show you who they are. They're going to show you either if they can lead, and if they're worthy of you being submissive to them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't have a problem with a man leading. I feel like that's his place. He should lead me. But he also needs to be worthy of that. Like, you should earn my submissiveness. Because if you want to lead me, I have to know that you can lead me. We can't be around here the blind leading the blind.
Leading the blind.
You know what I'm saying? So if it's that type of party, I definitely want to feel secure. I want to feel like you are leading me. You're making good decisions. I feel like security is such a big thing when it comes to a man leading, which is his role, mm-hmm. which is what he should do. And yeah, we should be submissive to a man that is leading us.
Yeah.
But those are the two verbs that I use. He should be leading so that I can be submissive.
Right.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that statement, and it's just like men are wanting to lead you off a fucking cliff. Like, you have to show me something. And for me, like you said, good decision making, business wise, you need to be reliable. I need to know that you will protect me. And that just doesn't mean like, that's in every aspect. I don't really know a scenario to give you, but it could be fucking somebody said something about me and you didn't like address it. Like, or for instance, your mom, the mother-in-law or the monster-in-law that they like to call it, is saying something, and I'm over here arguing with this bitch, and you really need to be the one,
Yeah.
That's a form of protection,
right.
Like, I just have to know that I never have to question how you're going to react to something. I need to know and have faith that I can trust you in every aspect.
I feel like it's hard sometimes with men and their moms. He needs to be respectful to both his mother and you, but he also needs to let his mother know where you stand in his life without being disrespectful to his mom. But if his mom is disrespecting you, I feel like he should be the one to bring both parties together so that you guys are going to have to be on one accord, because that is her son and that is your husband, your man, what have you. So this man should be able to lead to bring both of these women together, because if he obviously he loves both of you, he's going to be the one who to have to make amends with both of you so that you guys can coexist together. So he's going to have that conversation so that y'all can come together when it comes to a situation like mom, girlfriend, wife, whatever.
Could you be with a man who is close with his mom, but you have had, let's say, more than a handful of interactions with her, and she's just like rude and disrespectful to you each and every time?
Can I be with him?
Yeah.
Well, he's not disrespecting me. She is. It's what is he doing? What is he saying?
What if he's not doing anything to stop it?
It's going to be a point in time where I'm not going to deal with that anymore. Like, I feel like I give grace, and eventually that's going to be a point where I'm not going to be able to take that anymore if your mom is constantly disrespecting me and you're not correcting her or trying to correct the entire situation. I love you, so therefore I'm going to try to get along with your mom. So I don't think it's my place to try to go make amends with this woman for whatever reason that she doesn't like me or she's disrespecting me, because once I fly off the handle, then I'm in the wrong and I'm disrespecting your mom, and I don't want to do that because I love you. So if you are not correcting her, and we're having this conversation and I'm telling you how I feel and you know how I feel and you're not correcting her, then that is going to be part of our demise. Yeah.
And that kind of, I guess, just goes back to the beginning. I don't think, even though, of course, y'all wouldn't be in the same household, but a man that is actually leading, there wouldn't be that sort of turmoil between a mother and a daughter-in-law.
Yeah, because
and
he
would have.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
A man that is leading is going to nip that in the bud.
Immediately. Probably his first high school girlfriend. He like, nah, ma, that shit ain't fine. I'm gonna let you know what's going on.
Really, you can't control. He can't control his mom. He can
set boundaries.
Yes. You know, but at the end of the day, a mom is going to be a mom, and if she's really that unruly or what have you, who knows what depends on what type of mom it is too. Like it could also be a situation where he's doing everything that he can and his mom is just who she is. What do you do then?
Yeah, cut her off.
Know?
You know me. Simple. Snip, snap, snap.
Cut his mom off.
Next. I mean,
it's hard to have a relationship with him. Granted, she's gonna be around, and it's just gonna be tough to be in the same room with someone who doesn't like you. Like, and then ask the question: are you doing anything to this woman? Does she just not like you because you're with her son? Like, what's the turmoil for?
She needs therapy. Probably, most likely, if it's that type of situation. But and I think that you, because when I said cut her off and you were like cut his mom off, that just made me feel like I think it's important for me in my life. Your title doesn't hold any weight for me. It's about how you treat me. Like, I don't care if your title is auntie or cousin or whatever, but if you're not healthily participating in my life in the way that I want my life to continue, then you just won't be a part of my life. Because at the end of the day, you're a person. I can't make you fit in a role that I feel you should fit in. That's on you, but I'm not going to bring you along for the ride either, because I'm choosing to live my life this way. So like the title just doesn't mean anything to me, because like you're an adult. I think, again, those titles just hold too much weight. We are adults now. We live two separate lives. We are our own people. I can't say just because you're my mom, I'm going to allow you to slap me every time I see you, or slip my tires or trip my kid. I don't give a fuck. It just depends on how you're treating me. So that title doesn't matter.
So would you cut your mom off if she was disrespectful all the time to your husband?
For sure.
You cut your mom off.
And you know I love my mama.
And you cut her off.
I would cut my mama off if she continued to do a behavior that I'm telling her that I don't agree with, and you're treating somebody a certain type of way. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, mama. I'm just yeah.
It's hard to say. I just know, I mean, we obviously know our mom, so this is all hypotheticals, because my mom loves whoever I love. But if my mom was always disrespectful to my husband, it's
constantly.
That is very hard to deal with. Yeah. Because that is your husband. You know,
y'all are building a life together.
Yes.
And starting a family and doing this and this and this.
Right.
And I can give you a scenario. Again, the behavior didn't continue, but the first time my mom had glass, she was very disrespectful.
Really?
Very disrespectful, for sure. But the relationship that I have with my mom, I knew she was under the influence. And I like look at him across the room. I'm like, just, whatever. She ended up laying down, going to sleep, and left before we got up. But then, like, the next time we had a conversation, I talked to her about it. Like, not with him around, whatever. I'm like, that's not cool. Like, I really am in love with him. Like, you can't do no shit like that. I didn't, Right. And she apologized to me. Shit, till the end of our relationship, she always like, I am so sorry that I ever did that shit to you. So, yeah. And that's a healthy relationship.
It is. And it's unfortunate for people that are in relationships with those type of problems, because it's so hard to have to battle between people you love. I'm glad I don't have to and didn't have to, but
yeah, definitely.
It happens.
It does. So yeah, niggas, lead your wife to greatness. To wrap that question up. So one of the questions that I got from somebody on my social said, you're dating a guy, you're going over to his house, and you see some feminine products that aren't yours. There's like either used condoms or used tampons that he didn't even fucking consider just cleaning his trash out. Like, I know you're not exclusive or anything. You're whatever. Cool. How do you handle that situation?
I get turned off for way less. So, feminine products and your items that you've used on a woman prior, it's a guarantee I would probably never talk to you again. I get turned off for less. So knowing, even if we're not exclusive, the fact that you don't care enough to do that for me, knowing that I'm coming over here, I'm not going to talk to you. I mean, I stopped talking to someone because his room was disgusting. So a tampon? A used condom? Are you kidding me? No, we're not doing that.
Ooh, yeah.
I will stop talking. Like, girl, he was breathing so hard. I don't know if I can do it.
Why was his back sweating?
Yeah, I don't know. He had a rag in his back pocket. It was crazy. He just kept sweating. So
I was in there cold as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. He not even big, so I was confused. He was itching. Yeah, so I know for a fact if that were to happen, that is no. Yeah. A big no. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, I know what I would do when I walk in that situation. Hey, Eugene, I'm going to. Would you address it as soon as you see it?
Yes. I don't think I'd be able to hold it in.
No, for real.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're trifling as fuck.
I'm like, yo, like you have a tampon and a used condom in here. And then, like, if you can't blame it on a roommate, especially if you live alone. That's your trash. This is your bathroom.
My bro told me to hold it for him.
It's used. I'm not going to believe anything that he says. Yeah, that's a no bueno. And I wouldn't talk to that man anymore. Sorry to that man.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, I would definitely have to address it right then and there. I'm talking shit about whatever bitch it was. I'm going to let him know that she's nasty, that I could even see it, first of all.
Yeah, you should wrap that up, ladies.
I'm not period shaming you, but there's fucking...
yeah, I mean...
manners or
you wrap
decency.
it up. Yeah.
You wrap it up and you...
The actual tampon part should obviously be in the toilet, and whatever else, you just wrap it up and package it. Like, put that in the trash.
I would be like... Boy, I would just start roasting her. I'd be like, you can't smell that? You can't smell that bitch like that.
She shouldn't have did that. If she cares about you, she didn't care about you, see?
Yeah, and the fact that you like bitches like that, I'm too good for you, baby.
I literally drove home because I had to take a dump. So I know for a fact.
I squeeze my butt cheeks together so tight.
I'm going to see you later. What's wrong with you? Why your face look like that? Nothing.
Why you walking so tight?
There's nothing wrong. I just have to go. I'm not, especially if it's new, you know what I'm saying? Later on, when we get comfortable, like, I'll use the bathroom. I'm going to keep that spray on me. Yeah. Why I smell like flowers? What you mean?
How long does it take for you right? How long does it take for you to start farting around your dude?
I feel like I started farting around Monzo, like, early. But I was so comfortable with him.
I can see your eyes. I can see, like, I just got to fart real quick.
Yeah, I feel like I did.
First month?
No, but definitely earlier than people expected. And the crazy thing it is,
2 months.
I don't know. We was pregnant early, so I didn't care.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, nigga, I'm gonna carry your baby.
I have an 11-pound child in here.
Was he 11 pounds?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he was big.
Okay.
But it's crazy because he would, like, he wasn't like that.
He was hiding it?
Like, he would go to the bathroom and he would be in there for a long time. And I'd be like, why are you in there for such a long time? He'd be like, oh, the sink was broken and I was just checking it out. I was fixing the doorknob. Man, can you believe the shower curtain fell down again? I mean, years he did that. And years. He almost never let me know that he was in there taking a dump. And I'd be like, just spray. Like, it's fine. He was like, I wasn't even dookie. I don't even dookie. Like, that's the type of stuff he said. And he would say, like,
must have been lethal. He didn't want you to see the real him.
He literally tapped me on my shoulder because I farted in my sleep. And he was like, you farted. And I was like, why would you wake me up for that?
So honestly, which I feel like Glad was the first relationship I was like holding it for. Why, I don't know. I just wanted to try something new. It took me close to a year, if not a year, to like just fuck it. I gotta fart, whatever. But using the bathroom, I would, because
we lived together, so I mean,
yeah, we was living together in 3 weeks.
I know. I was there.
Real fast, bitch.
But yeah,
so
we got so comfortable. I mean, towards the end, we were in the bathroom with each other.
Oh yeah.
I
couldn't dookie with him in the bathroom though. I can't do that. He would walk in and it would piss me off.
It's harder now because I can't concentrate.
That is my moment to relax.
Same with him though. But like if he's in the shower or I'm peeing, like totally normal. That was fine. Yeah. But actually taking a number 2. Wow.
Just like he's hard. Brushing his teeth and I'm like, all right, here we go. Fuck no.
Somebody said not lethal.
Okay. So this was a question. Would you rather not be you and be loved by the world, or be yourself and be hated by half?
Hated by half of the world?
Of the world. Of
course. It's 1 billion people. So if 500 million people still like me for myself, and it doesn't even matter. Like, I just want to be myself. I don't ever want to have to be someone else. And I feel like, obviously, I'm on a journey of like really loving myself. I don't ever want to have to be somebody else. I want to be so comfortable with who I am. And if you don't like it, I'm just really trying to get that fucking in my system. Like at this point, it is what it is. And if you don't like me, it's a you problem. So I would always want to be myself because I'm literally learning to love me. So why would I want to be somebody else?
Do you feel like let's say I asked you that question 3 years ago or something, what do you feel like your answer would have been?
I still feel like I would have been myself because I don't want no love. I don't want people to love me because I'm pretending to be someone else. Mm-hmm. I was just struggling with being confident and loving myself as who I am, but I don't think I ever wanted to be someone else. I was just unhappy where I was, but I don't think there was ever anything that said I wanted to be someone else. I just wanted to be better than what I was, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like you are?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm better than I watched the episode from 5 months ago. Like, I'm not even her no more.
Did you watch it? Mm-hmm. When did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. It's just like the growth. And people that are now watching it are telling me they even can't believe that I was in that space by talking to me now. People who didn't know me 5 months ago that know me now are shocked.
When you tell them that?
When they watch that.
Oh.
Because they're like, I would have never thought that you were scared to be alone, afraid to be by yourself, and not confident. Obviously, we don't see ourselves the way other people see us, but and I'm not even boasting, but people tell me I'm beautiful all the time. I'm just now believing it. And for me not to be able to believe that then, there was something that I had to fix about myself, because now I know that's true, like inside and out. But I didn't believe that then. It doesn't matter how many times anyone tells you you look good, you're pretty, whatever. If I didn't believe it, that shit was not valid.
I literally just had that conversation with somebody because we were talking about we were talking about my fucking hair, and I was like, no, I skipped the ugly stage, and they were like, you could have never been in an ugly stage. I was like, yes, the fuck I could have been. If I would have had fucking locks right here, I would have felt ugly. He was like, but you're beautiful. So how? I'm like, I don't care about what other people, I get that you think I would have been cute with them, but I'm telling you that I know.
It doesn't matter if you didn't think that. And I always said too, even when I was thinking about getting locks, like I don't want to go through the ugly stage of cutting my hair and starting short. I just wanted them to be long. But that's a you issue.
Right.
And it doesn't matter if someone thought your little locks would have been cute because you would have hated them.
What? A little scoop of hair? There's
Mike.
no fucking way. Yeah, I couldn't do it. So
Yeah.
if anybody was wondering, I did cheat. Initially.
They good now?
Yeah, but I don't have them anymore. I did cheat with the little extensions, but you know.
Right.
Yeah, so
yeah, definitely
I
love
agree.
yourself.
I don't give a fuck about what anybody would have thought. I don't care how pretty you're telling me I am. If I felt like that shit would have been ugly, would have been ugly.
And I like the place I'm at.
How often do you face yourself in the mirror and reflect on the growth and talk about the mistakes you need to learn from?
I don't ever look in the mirror, like the physical mirror. I don't do that, but I do talk to myself about the mistakes. So I feel like now, because like this is a real journey, and I've always said someone told me that you've been on this journey for 2 years. Like they didn't believe that I was gonna really embark on this and stick with it.
Embark on what?
Like really working on myself.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I've really tried to do it and dive all into it, and it hadn't worked. I know it's different this time because I see results. So really the reflection comes from doing the self-work. I say it all the time, and it's hella cliche, but doing the work for yourself and doing the work on yourself is going to be the hardest work that you're ever going to have to do. So with that being said, literally looking at myself, not in a mirror, but just reflecting about past mistakes that I've made, things that I've done that didn't make me happy, that when I was just trying to fill a void, I've looked at that and said, I never want to do that again. And I never want to be in that place where I'm so vulnerable that I made a fool of myself. So yes, I've looked at myself and said, I cannot believe I've done that. Like I literally get embarrassed to the point where it makes you want to cry.
Cringe.
It's so cringy.
Yes.
Like I've literally let people run over me, talk to me crazy, treat me like shit because I was unhappy with myself. You can't do that no more.
Hell no.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. I've learned to cut people off, leave them right where they are. And it's not even, I don't dislike you. You don't serve me in that way. You weren't serving me then, and I was trying to force you to be that person. But once I really realized I can cut you off because you didn't do anything for me. There was nothing that you brought to me that made me better. That makes it so much easier now that I've changed my mind. I've literally changed my mind and said, that shit doesn't serve me, and I no longer value it. And I just detach. It's harder, and I'm not going to say it's like instant because obviously I'm a human and I have feelings, but it's a lot easier now than it was before. So yeah, I do reflect.
Yeah. And you have those conversations out loud?
No,
in your head?
Yeah, in my head. I journal. I talk to God. Yeah, it's sometimes if I'm driving in my car, I'll talk out loud, but yeah.
I think I want to try doing it in the mirror because it might have a deeper effect because I'm actually looking into my eyes. And because look, I could be having a conversation with somebody else, and like if they're making eye contact with me, that can break me down a little bit, if that makes sense. Like not break me down, make me feel like I need to be more vulnerable. Like if I'm not making eye contact, I can kind of say whatever.
Yeah.
But if I'm like having an intense conversation, then it's gonna I'm gonna feel it differently. Yes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that connection of someone like staring into your soul.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, do you feel like you understand what is at stake if you don't educate yourself on your culture?
I guess I'd say that again.
I guess, do you know how important it is for you to educate yourself on your culture, where you came from, the history of your people? Yeah.
I do think it's important, especially as people of color. Yeah. We should know. I mean, we should be educated on it. What's at stake? Like, what does he mean by that?
So how I interpret to the question is, so yes, of course it's important for us to know. And when I say know, I mean like your ancestors, like what country you came from or what their maybe their belief system or their what is it? What they did, like what they did, if they were like hunters, if they're like people that built stuff, if they were whatever. So what's at stake, I guess, is losing that generationally.
Yeah.
If
I guess
that,
I don't know.
yeah, like
What's at stake
no,
yeah.
I don't know. One,
Yeah.
I don't have children, so I can't really fathom a generation of people that know where they came from, because I don't know. I literally I met my great aunts and then my regular grandparents.
Yeah,
like
same.
I don't know what my grandparents' parents look like. Never met them. I don't know what my daddy's dad. I've never even met him. And
Yeah,
if
it definitely stops at my dad's grandmother who raised him. I don't know anybody past his grandmother. And then on my mom's side, I just know her dad. I don't know her mom. I don't even know my maternal grandmother or what she looked like. Only my grandfather.
And that kind of that is almost scary to me. Why? I guess because like, damn, where the fuck did I come from?
I mean, you can obviously swab your mouth and get a family tree and do some digging. You know,
that's sad though that we can't know, and then like white people can be like, yeah, so my granddaddy, great granddaddy owned this lawn and he ran the goddamn.
Well, a lot of was stolen from us, obviously, so we do actually have to do the research to find out where we came from. Our last names definitely weren't.
Fuck no.
What it was, and then my dad being who he was and growing up as a mixed person, you know, it's so much that I want to learn about him and where he came from. And then like, even when I see documents of, cause there is documents of like my grandmother and what she's listed as and what she identified as, it's a lot. Like she's listed as mulatto, which is African and French. And her mom is listed as, it's this old document from the early 1900s that one of my cousins showed me, and it's so interesting. It shows all of her siblings, and
isn't that so crazy that shit was like if anything, that's how we need to be paid in fucking reparations is y'all need to give us that shit back. Like,
let us know exactly where we come from. What's our original last name? Well, we're never gonna find our original last name since they, you know, built a boat, went and did what they did and brought us over here, because we lost that culture way before we were even thought of. We lost who exactly we are and who we were. And for me, it's on both sides. Like, it was lost.
Shit, Smith and fucking Bailey. Like,
The McCoys
my grandpa's name is literally John Smith.
The white man that was with Pocahontas.
The fucking Pilgrim or whatever. I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, no, I guess I don't know what's at stake. But when that conversation is brought up, it's like, damn, I would like to know.
Me too.
You know? Yeah, so
maybe we should go and
we need to do like a protest, like reparations for our ancestries.
Look at us like we're crazy. We won't be the first or the last.
Just don't charge black people for the swab, like.
Oh yeah, they're gonna charge us
extra.
Because you know we're gonna be somewhat European.
Yeah, right. Because really, even like white people, they all have 1% of Africa in them that I've seen. At least one, like a percentage in, you know.
I mean, there's some white people who've done their ancestry and they have none.
100%.
Like it'll be like, my friend, she has like 10%. Middle Eastern, but she had no African. Same with my captain. I remember he did it.
None?
And he had 0%.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. What else?
Oh, did it take my vibe off? Okay.
What's your question?
Who got a question?
Antoine.
Oh.
What's your question?
What's your question?
Caller number 5. What's your
Trying to reconnect. People call me and mess up my connection.
Oh, lame. I don't know. That was kind of all I had. What else? What else you got?
I want this to reconnect because I'm trying to engage. Jeez.
I could think of. I feel like I sent something. Let me see. Oh, so random but not. What do you feel about? Okay, say you went through an ugly ass breakup.
Okay.
And you know, your presence on social media was there with you and, you know, your significant other. How do you handle it? Like, if you feel like your relationship was public before, do you make your breakup public?
I mean, I can answer this in like real time because my relationship was public, but my breakup wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't think it's anybody's business. People didn't know when we broke up, how we broke up. No, I mean, our relationship was public because we were together, but I'm not gonna blast like the bad stuff either. If you know I'm single, it's because either you're close to me, you heard it, or like obviously like your posts change, your quotes change. Like we all do the subliminals. I ain't gonna say we all do, but like not even subliminals, but people know when you're broken up because of what you post, and you don't have to say I'm broken up, but the way you move and what you're doing and what you post, and people know.
And the nigga ain't in the background no more. Like,
yeah, but
what's your question, Antoine? Anybody else? Sorry, I'm trying to get my shit together. I felt like I needed to stretch. I don't know. I ran out of stuff for real.
I thought I had something, but I really don't. But yeah, we could literally dive into like life after a breakup because you've been broken up longer than me, but we're both like still transitioning from being with somebody to being single.
How long is that transition?
I mean, I feel like it is until you find somebody. I don't know.
No, but you finish what you're saying. Finish what you're saying.
Aren't you transitioning until you get into a new relationship?
Mm-hmm.
No, because sometimes it could take years.
So I guess the only reason I'm saying I agree with that statement is because when you're single, if your goal is to be in a relationship, then you should consistently be working on yourself. Yeah. I don't think within a year or I don't think there's a time like that's right for you to get in a new relationship. Like that fucking doesn't matter. But you know when you're ready, and I don't feel like you should just jump into it because whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so say you're single for 5 years between relationships. I still think that's a transition just because you should always be growing, right?
Yeah, you should.
Or do you ever reach a point in life where you're like, I am good with everything? No. I feel like
life is ever evolving. You're never just going to be set like, yep, that's it, done.
Yeah.
I don't think it works like that. We're always going to learn. There's always going to be something new to learn. You're always going to meet new people. There's always going to be like a new task. And, you know, like your cup is never going to be full with all the knowledge that you need to be living as a human on this earth.
What do you read that out loud?
He said, I think if you're still working on yourself, you miss the point of working on yourself. I'm guessing that's a cuss word. Oh, MFers be 80 years old talking about I'm going to change.
See, what my next statement to you was going to be was something completely what does he say?
Antoine said, do y'all feel like social media can ruin relationships? Like, do relationships last longer / healthier if you keep it off social media? I think it's up to the individual, because even I was in a 6-year relationship, and I don't think our relationship ever fully revolved around social media. Like, it had some hiccups, but that wasn't the cause of our breakup. That wasn't the end all be all. I think it all relies on you, how you guys, if you allow it to ruin, or If you allow it to run your relationship, then hell yeah, it's gonna ruin it. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
You have to be able to have social media and have a girlfriend, boyfriend. Like it shouldn't. Social media should not ruin your relationship. If it does, it is because you allowed it.
100%. So yes, it can. Like you said, in long-term relationships like that, social media was never a problem. It never came up. There was no like sneaky nigga. Like a sneaky nigga is going to be a sneaky nigga. Like same and vice versa. Like, if your girl is always running to social media every time y'all get into an argument, it's going to cause problems bigger than what they are instead of y'all actually handling it together in real time.
And you're putting people in it that's going to help ruin your relationship. Because when you post everything that y'all go through, everyone knows your business. So then when y'all get back together, everyone's going to call you stupid. So why'd you put it on blast anyway when you were going back? You got to keep that shit sacred. And try your best not to vent to your friends, your dog, your mom. Like Facebook is not your journal, you know?
And the second part was like, do relationships last longer, healthier if you keep them off social media? For some, I can say from, again, I can only go off of what I've seen off social media. Yes, if you're one of those people that are posting everything, the ins and outs of your relationship, then yes, it's going to make your relationship a lot shorter. If you post what you want to post and leave it at that, and there's no sneakiness or shade being thrown or letting everybody know what's actually going on between you, then it's gonna last. But I think that also goes outside of outside of social media. I'm just gonna give the example of like friends and family. Like, you don't need to update them every time y'all get in an argument. This is just my opinion. You don't need to update them when y'all are going through a rough patch or whatever. Like, we need to be a united front, period, to mom, dad, uncle, whatever. And then, of course, if it comes to us, all right, this isn't going to work, then cool, we'll tell you. Right. But they shouldn't be part of your guys' journey. And I've made that
mistake. Heck yeah. Like, I've made the mistake of talking to my friends about what was happening. Even my brother, my mom, when we get in small situations. Obviously, we were together for 6 years, but they knew a lot of although I didn't put it on social media, my family knew the big details when we argued or when we fought or what have you. And now I'm like, dang, I altered their view of this man that I continued to be with for years after that. And they're still going to have a sour taste in their mouth, and I'm with them. So yeah, you really need to try to refrain from that, because at the end of the day, your friends and family, they're not with them. And they're going to always still look at this person a certain type of way after you've told them what they did. Yeah, so you need to try to...
I don't know where I learned the behavior, but I've never been one to bring my mom into something or call my brother or dad, or like, maybe, I guess because I always like, I'm a person to bottle shit up. So then when I felt like I had somebody I could like let it out with, then I'm like, okay, now we're talking and we're dealing with it. But yeah, I've never brought them in because I know what the fuck going on. Like, if you telling me some shit about this nigga, you better be ready to walk. Be ready to fucking walk away.
I've gotten mad at my friends for calling me to come over and help them because a man is physically hurting them, and now I don't like this man and you're with him. Now I gotta look at him sour, and I'm not even speaking to this man that's just sleeping with every night. And you got a boot on your back. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Church.
Don't put me in those situations knowing that I don't have all my crayons. Why would you call me out of all people?
Not all your crayons.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Stop.
Next question. Why do women take men back after they get caught cheating? Or why do males feel like they can't take women back after they get caught cheating?
Okay, first part. Why do women take men back after they get caught
Let
cheating?
me go first.
Okay.
For me, it took...
My God.
What?
People keep calling
me. It took me learning, like, my first serious relationship, it took me learning who I was and what I wanted out of life and what I deserved. Like, it definitely has to do with your self-esteem, in my opinion, and how you feel about yourself. You're only going to allow somebody to treat you, again, how you treat you. If you're down on yourself, if you feel a certain way, like you clearly feel like you deserve that for some reason. So you need to go to therapy. I think that's why women stay.
Because of
because they don't have self-esteem.
Oh.
Yeah. They're, in my opinion, like, why would I allow a man to cheat on me? Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I can think of. Low self-esteem.
Oh.
What's your opinion?
To me, I guess I feel like I've been told that I'm just too lax in a relationship. Like, I just let it roll. I don't address it enough, or especially, like, there's been situation where someone has been caught up, or they've been caught texting or talking inappropriately, and I will literally address it once and never talk about it again, because I feel like if I'm going to stay in this relationship with this man, it could have been a self-esteem thing. I don't know. I never even factored that in. But for me, I stayed because I wanted to be in that relationship. I was okay with it. And maybe I was just at a point where it wasn't that big of a deal to me. I've never been in a relationship where I physically caught someone having sex with another woman, but I've seen text messages and little flirting things and like inappropriate stuff. And to me, it was more so, let's address it, let's talk about it, and move on, because it wasn't that big of a deal to me. Like, it just wasn't that big of a deal to me, because I never caught anyone actually like having sex behind my back. Like, I don't know how I would react to that, because that's never happened to me. But as far as like the flirting and micro cheating, I don't know what to call it, but
Micro cheating,
like texting and flirting and things like that. I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Like, what happened? What we gonna do now? Like, don't let it happen again, and we moving on. And that's just what it was with me. Yeah. And then for men, I don't think men can handle that same hurt that the woman, like, if I went and was cheating on my man, he's not going to be able to handle that the way that I handled him doing what he was doing. Micro cheating or not, if I'm texting someone, if I'm sending pictures, if I'm talking to someone inappropriately, he's going to react 10 times more than how I reacted, because I'm a woman and I shouldn't be doing that in his eyes.
My thought of why men can't take cheating like they do if they do it the other way is because I feel like men look at women like property.
Yes.
And men are very territorial.
100%.
There are literally, I'm not saying niggas are dogs, but men can be dogs. And if you're pissing on my tree, now my tree's ruined, and I could pee on it again, but I'ma still smell you there. Like, I think it just has to do with men feeling like they own their women. And if somebody else is able to have access to their woman, then now you're no longer mine, and they can't unsee
the value
that.
has gone down.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a sexual relationship. Yeah, for sure. Some men just don't know how to handle that. And some men don't even think that their girl can do that until they see it with their own eyes, and they're just like, wow, I can't believe you, even though you've already done what you've done to me. I went on a date. You actually had intercourse with someone, but what I did is going to be magnified times 10 because I'm the woman, and that behavior is not supposed to be put on a woman. We're not supposed to be doing stuff like that, and we're looked at a different way because, we're women, and we're supposed to be, viewed as, I don't know. We're not supposed to be doing that. That's for sure.
Yeah, and then if we're being honest, like, women are stronger than men. Period. Women can, yes, we are emotional, but we're emotionally stronger than men.
That's what I'm saying.
Men can't fucking deal with it. They would fucking go insane. You think bitches think about that shit all the time? You think women think?
You only want one man. Who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, what do you, can you elaborate on that, Sincere? So yeah, those were good questions though, Antoine. Shout out to you.
Good job, bro.
What else you got on your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, we love y'all though. We might continue this live for a few more minutes, but y'all know where to catch us every Friday night, 6 p.m.
TalkSpicyHER, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. I gotta get active on it, but it's lit. It's there. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
That same energy. Teed up February. Remember me. Keep that same energy. Zero fucks for a bitch who ain't a friend of me. So sick, I need a remedy. Fresh out the pack, strap came with a lemon squeeze.